How about Edie?
Edie? That's a cool name.
How about Cuckoo?
Shuku?
Yeah.
That's a cool name too.
How about Kiki?
Welcome back.
Kiki's a cool
Good to
name.
be back.
How
Have you
about-
met our new Quen guest
how about
yet?
Poo-poo?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base.
Not so much.
Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sure.
Sounds like Alva. Read anything interesting lately?
Oh,
I
whoa.
found out the old
Don't
ones
do
use
that, man.
leaf infusions like the Utaru do.
What did you even do?
Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
Oh, we gotta do her
I
side
assume you've
quest,
been
too.
looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes, it's been humbling to know that the seeds I
Okay.
carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
What were you saying?
No.
That's okay. Remember, if they're talking on the screen, gotta be. I'm really bad about that too, don't worry.
How are things with everyone?
I'm
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Okay.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
Does Rowan understand there are loads of people watching? I think to some degree. Do you know there's 11,000 people? I don't even know if he knows that many numbers. I don't know if that
Aloy.
number means anything.
There are more supplies in the chest.
about.
Help yourself.
It's a lot.
A lot of people are watching right now. Yeah.
A lot.
Aloy,
Right to work, I see.
there's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which
Yeah.
is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus.
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
Okay. What were you saying?
I think, are you fighting all of the bad robots, but not the good ones?
Yes.
Oh, the good ones? I think we should power all of them up and make our own team.
We should power up all the good robots and make our own team?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
So the robots, all of the big ones, are on our.
That's a great plan. Let's do just that.
No.
Let's do that exact thing you're
I'm
saying.
talking about the big one that had the big.
The tall neck? Yeah.
Yes, the big.
Okay.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your
That's the
people.
actual plot of the game.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy. And many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire. Like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access
Details.
segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all.
Why
It
are you
ensures that
thinking
any
that?
heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
That's a good point. I need to stop talking when they're talking.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we considered the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
Why does she have a 5 head? A big forehead? I'm thinking it's because her hair is done weird, so the focus can hit where it is. Yeah.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse. But nothing improved the CO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door.
I want to hear that.
And more convinced that the title of CO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
Okay, what were you saying?
I think all of the robots are starting the flood, but not the good ones. I think the good ones are trying to stop the robots. But the bad ones are making.
I think you're absolutely right.
So if you fight
So, Bohai.
Go ahead.
if we fight out the bad bots, then there'll be.
That's smart. There you go.
Your
Bada boom.
overseer. Will he run things better than CO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted.
My IT PTSD with that.
Always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
Hmm.
The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
Zeratul, I absolutely do. Yep.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
That sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Crops are food. It's what farmers grow.
You mentioned Eric Visser?
You knew that?
How do you know
You're just
about
asking
him?
for fun?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the
I
Protector.
thought you were talking
Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in a legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
They did specifically say that they were incredibly closed off. Makes sense.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy.
I just realized he's not wearing a new focus. Focus is that little triangle on the side of their head.
That is whatever part of it the overseers would actually
Oh wait, maybe she was
let us
behind
study.
it? I don't know.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
Oh, it's in
A
the
diviner
headdress.
has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
What's the background?
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are.
I just realized how funny it is that Beta and Aloy just happen to be like exactly the same age. Like of all the random things that could have happened, like you'd think one of them would probably be a lot younger, or the other, you know, but they're basically identical in age.
I hope everyone's been treating you
Which
okay.
I guess makes sense because they would Aloy was created by Gaia when the extinction signal failed. And I guess that's probably when the Zenith made theirs too. Beta does seem younger. She kind of looks the same, but Beta does seem a little younger, maybe. Yeah, Chat is saying Beta is younger. Okay. Was that good? Yeah, that was good.
I like the past bongos better.
You like the bongos?
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely.
Well, that's a lot
It's
of
refreshing.
bongos.
Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
I can't even count how many.
I need to get going, but if you need anything,
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about to capture Hephaestus, it will help.
Like your T-Rex suit.
Are those all fake people in litho suits?
Yeah.
No, those are actually, every single one of those is a real person in front of a computer, just like we are. Every person posting bongos is a real person in front of a computer posting bongos, except for some of them. Some of them are robots, but most of them, I'd say like a solid 90+% of them.
A lot of them are bongos.
That's a lot of bongos. Yeah, that's a lot of
And
bongos.
a lot of them are.
Yeah, a lot of them are probably just robots.
No, a lot
Beep,
of
bop,
them.
boop.
A lot of them are just robots. There are a lot of leftovers, more than robots.
There's more lethos than robots. Yes, there are more people in cat suits than robots.
That's a lot.
A lot of them are also probably wearing normal clothes too. Are you trying to count the people typing?
Yeah, but I can't.
There's a lot of people typing.
How many levels? How many people?
I think they're all real people. Yeah, everyone typing is probably. Yeah,
Are we?
because you were.
Set things right?
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Okay, good talk. Let's go. Oh, first of all, purple stuff. Nice. We have a good friend here that was working on a
The old ones used holograms for everything.
special project.
It let them experience a great many things.
The world is in peril, and we fight among... Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it.
These are all real people watching. The people on the screen, this is all just in a video game. Those are not real people at all. Yeah.
If you have a moment.
You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
This is
You have my thanks,
the
Aloy.
most excited I've been in this game so far. I don't. Okay, let's do this quick.
How are your
Come on
studies
now.
going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the old ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up.
Cohh, people doing mocap are real people. Yeah, but I mean, you know, yeah.
Have you
You're
spoken with
not
Alva?
wrong. But yeah.
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will
I'm
take
not
your
real.
word for it.
Pescatron, don't do it.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the Ten guide your way.
We're doing this right now. Like, this is happening immediately. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's go out here first. What about beta? Screw beta. We got stuff to do. All right. Boop. This is the main story we're doing right now. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and spoil.
Pack's full, but my stash has room.
I'm going to spoil a part of the episodes of the Drop Frames 2022 episode for Game of the Year. My biggest disappointment in 2022 was not seeing the twisted, mutated body of Ted Farrow. that is my biggest disappointment of 2022. I wanted nothing more than to see that and see what kind of like freak he'd become. Oh man, I'm so sad. I'm so salty and sad about that. The game isn't over yet. That's true. Maybe he'll be like a boss or something. Nothing happened. No, we're good. We're good. In fact, nothing happened. That's why Daddy's mad. Yeah. Because that's how I make arrows.
Is it snowing?
It is snowing here. Yeah, I'm in another part of the
Fingers feel
world.
stiff in this cold. I think this is where Kotalo wanted to test out his new arm. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly.
No! We're getting a call. 1 sec. Ah! Okay, let's go. Moshi Moshi.
Thank you for waiting.
What?
Maybe now
Debated.
you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my
You get a
revenge.
strong color out of this. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh my god.
Come.
What? Be very careful with that. Be very careful with that. I will show you how to do that later.
All right, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I think it's the smallest.
I'm honored to help.
Oh. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes. Look at that thing. That is so cool.
What
After you.
What happened? What happened?
My boy got a new arm. That's what happened. Okay.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
You should run up and punch it. Oh, did I just break your new arm? I'm sorry. Okay.
Hit that weak spot!
Whoa! Okay, that was... this one might be a little much for you. You go off your tablet, okay? He straight flinched. He was like... Oh, man. Dude, this... I don't think we fought one of these before. No, it's not done. It'll take me a minute.
There! for you! Outlander, are you still breathing? I will not fall to you!
Okay, that's a lot of damage.
Put these to use. None shall stand in our way!
Yeah, this thing is, oh my lord, this thing is giant. I tried to drink a potion, but it just, for some reason, would not drink. It was weird.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Okay, let's try again. Oh, stop. Oh, let's scan it first. What is this thing weak against?
Could freeze that machine.
Oh, we can freeze it. Okay. Alright, that is not gonna work. I need to get that ice bow going, man. Did we actually get the cool ice bow, or do we need to buy the cool ice bow?
Use that weapon!
Did we actually get the ice bow? No, we got a cool electricity bow. I think we had to buy the ice bow. I don't think we have the parts for it. You could try this, but nah. That being said, electricity. Can we do electricity?
Oh! We can't finish this if you die!
Oh, sorry, it inconvenienced you. Okay, let's try. Did we see the new arm yet? We did, and it's awesome. Boop. Oh, hell yeah, that's our unique piece.
Careful! It's dangerous even with missing parts! I'm not finished with you!
He's over there just ripping it apart. I love it, dude. I love
it. Can you shock it?
This bow is awesome.
You have to finish them!
Time to follow up!
Great. Ooh.
It is there again!
It is. Please don't touch any of that, okay? Everything over there is mine, bud. Please don't touch any of it. Thanks, buddy. Oh, God! I just got destroyed. Oh, wow.
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Yeah, I gotta start over again because this guy is really
Use this opportunity!
Yeah, on this difficulty,
With honor!
This guy is not nice.
Yeah!
Oh God, don't get in the water. Don't get stuck in the water. Don't get stuck in the water. Oh!
Here! Right there!
Jesus.
Last one.
Okay, when you know what to look for, it's a little more manageable. All right, Ron, it's good.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Applause, please.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here,
What a boss,
something
man.
to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Dude, that was such a great quest line. Like, oh man, that was so good. That was so good. And I love the fact that he was like, yeah, I'm gonna use it when I want. It's cool. I'll use it when I want.
I can grab this from
Shell
my stash
Snapper
later.
Circulator. Behemoth Force Loader. Oh, yo, we got a lot of rare parts from it. Oh, man. Okay, we got to find... I think I only got one of the horns. Where's this other horn? This thing was rare, and it was hard. Is that it right there? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Nope, no, that's not... Whoa, what is all this stuff? Loot behind the waterfall.